So you guys know I like to do this thing where I ask you, we go around the room and we share something. And so because of...
I mean, yes.
I was like, ooh.
He's sassy today.
I'm
gonna get in trouble.
What isn't he sassy?
John always getting caught in between, a rock and a hard place. Hey guys,
This is true.
you are watching The Jam. I'm Felicia Lawrence. We've got John Hanson, Amy Rutledge in the building, and we're gonna make it a good one today. Is this Tuesday, guys? It's Tuesday.
It's actually like Thursday, but it's Tuesday, but it's Tuesday. It's such a confusing week because of the holiday, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Felicia, you
Well,
finished
hey,
those
guys.
onion rings or what?
Oh, yeah.
Am I what?
Did you finish your onion rings or what?
Don't put my business out there like that.
Right there. Look at that.
I mean, they are right here. I'm waiting for a commercial break because I'm trying to get the big one at the bottom, and I'm like organizing my. Does anyone else organize their fast food before they get
All
it?
the time. Yes. Onion rings especially. I like to go with the big, skinny ones first and whittle my way down to the fat ones.
Same. Okay, so here it is.
You go ahead, Amy.
All right, you go ahead and reach your onion rings. I'm going to talk about some beer, okay? So Andersonville's beloved bar and restaurant, Hop Leaf, has come up with a pretty innovative way to make some extra cash during the pandemic. It is selling off the final kegs it has. So Hop Leaf closed indefinitely earlier this month just to kind of wait out the pandemic, hoping to save a little bit of cash. And so now it's got to offload all these kegs. So check out the Facebook page for the keg info. They've got everything from Sierra Nevada to Half Acre, Goose Island. You got to leave a deposit for the kegs, but I think they had 20 at last check, but it's a decent amount at a good deal.
Ron, we'll go.
All right, I'll talk first. Here's my big concern about. I think it's great. It's awesome, and Hop Leaf is one of the best bars, if not the best bar in the city. The problem is like when you have a keg, that implies you're having a bunch of people over. Obviously, the latter isn't happening, but the former is. So my worry is you bring a keg upstairs, and it's just you with a lot of beer and a long winter to get through.
But what if you have like 6 or 7 people in your house that live in your house? Like my brother's got grown kids that are at home, so
I was wondering, are you gonna have the twins drinking it? That's what I.
Nah, somebody's gonna drive me to my bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you get the stuff out of the kegs? Like, how do you get the beer? That wasn't like a thing that I
There's a tap.
did in college.
You never did that in college? Yeah, you tap it. You go like this.
Okay.
No. Oh, Felicia, I'm gonna get one of these. You're gonna do a keg stand. We'll be socially
I
distant.
was like, Felicia, have you ever done a keg stand?
No.
Oh.
Let's save this
I've
moment.
seen it in the movies, but not a thing.
How much to teach you?
Okay, guys, this next segment, I have got to get up. I have got to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
Okay, one of the best things about Thanksgiving is the leftovers, but mind my vacuum as I leave the studio here, is, of course, the leftovers. But you got to get a little bit more creative. You can't do the same thing, hello, Christmas tree, every single year. So I got some help for me. I got Anthony, I got Ron Alcazar. They're from Mr. Tortilla. Now I'm in my kitchen with a nice little setup. Guys, welcome to the show. And why are your I've had a lot of tortillas in my life. Why are yours the best?
Thank you, John, for having us.
Thank you so much for having us. Our tortillas are made with organic flour using the highest quality ingredients. We don't take any shortcuts, where it be like sourcing ingredients or producing the tortillas themselves. And
I'm going to start cooking, by the way, while you do this with one hand. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
All right, you keep going then.
Yeah, John, what we're known for is our 1-carb, 15-calorie taco tortillas. Essentially, we made tacos healthy with those. People who are diabetic, people who have VSG, people who are low carb or calorie intake can now have tacos on their diet.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm cooking these. I'm going to give them, 20, 30 seconds on each side. Just heat them up. I've got also some shredded chicken left over. Obviously, come Thanksgiving Day and the day after, we're going to have shredded turkey, right? That's what you guys use.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So after Thanksgiving, everyone has that guilt, the post-Thanksgiving guilt. So we made some guilt-free tacos using leftover turkey, onion, cilantro, lime, pico de gallo, and salsa for those who like a little spice to it.
But I think I'm about to do it, guys. Here we go. I've got some chicken I'm putting on the tortillas. Can you see that? Okay.
Yes,
Let's pretend that's just turkey because it's Thanksgiving. Let's go ahead and add some cilantro and onion. Oh, yeah. I cut them and mix them together. You cannot have any of this stuff without cilantro and onion. It's the best. I'm going to add a little cheese. What's your favorite cheese to normally add to this stuff?
I like cheddar.
Yeah, that's what I got. Oh, that worked out. We didn't even plan on that. All right, I'm going to try and take one bite.
I've seen you do this with your left hand, and you're a pro, man. You're a pro.
There's only one carb in this tortilla?
Yeah. One carb, one net carb, yes.
Okay. I'm officially making the switch. All right, guys. Thank you for coming in. Let's get the information on the screen. I'm going to now try and eat and talk at the same time. For where you can find Mr. Tortilla and all this sort of stuff. It looks good. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now you get to see me walk back into the room and come back onto the jam.
Wow.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. You're a fast chef. One-handed.
So I love tacos. It was really good, huh?
Yeah.
Leftovers, tacos are really good. I got 3 more in the kitchen waiting for you guys for later.
Okay. I'll be there.
Right now.
Well, here's something else that should have folks a little excited too, because a group of restaurateurs from Ukrainian Village, Bucktown, and Wicker Park, they're giving away meals to hundreds for Thanksgiving. Now, they only set out to serve 50, but they're now going to be serving 800 meals. And that's because a lot of volunteers and people from the community, they joined in and they were able to multiply their efforts. So it's going down Wednesday at Jack and Ginger's Bar in Bucktown. That's 2048 West Armitage. It's going to be 11 to 5 for the pickup. Obviously, they're trying to make sure that nobody is left going hungry for Thanksgiving. If you are one of those people that needs a meal, go to takoriacocina@gmail.com. That's TAKOREACOCINA@gmail.com. You can shoot a quick email and get you a Thanksgiving meal for your family.
Well, today's the season for engagements to happen around the holidays. So how do you plan for the big day during a pandemic? We've got creative director for Liven Up Events, Anthony Navarro, here to break it all down. And Anthony, I gotta wonder, is there types of wedding insurance that you could just make sure the day is gonna happen no matter what?
Yeah, so there is definitely wedding insurance, but a lot of those policies do not cover pandemic. So one of the things that we've been doing with our clients is just making sure that we're having open and honest conversations with the vendors and the venues, double checking contracts. That's sort of the best way that we've been able to help and give a little extra, insurance that that they're going to be able to fulfill those contracts whenever the wedding will be able to happen.
The future is unknown. What kind of advice are you giving throughout this pandemic?
Sure. So the main thing that we're doing right now is really following the local and state guidelines. We have just been adjusting and working with our couples who have been amazing to work with during this time. So some of the things that we've seen is just smaller guest counts. So anywhere from 25 to 50 people. Most of the event, if it can be outdoors, that's definitely helpful. Making sure that guests are wearing masks. Spreading out everyone at the dinner tables so that you don't have, overcrowding at those tables. And like some fun things that we've been doing is making custom face masks and hand sanitizer for favors.
4 days ago, it could have been 50 people. Now it can only be 10, and it changes so quickly. How do you uninvite people?
Right. So I think what I've been able to see with people is that we're not in this alone. This isn't just like the couple's decision at the last minute to uninvite people. So what we've been finding is in that situation that actually did happen to us, where we went from 50 people to 25 people, you just have to be honest and open with your guests. And people have been, for the most part, just really understanding because, I don't really love this expression, but it is what it is.
What about the individual vendors? Are you finding that they're being way more generous about refunds, about changing sizes, about, pushing back dates? Are those all things that happen a little bit easier now?
So the wedding community is one of the most generous business communities I know of. And I feel like I would say 98% of the vendors and the venues have been so flexible and being accommodating with couples, being able to change their dates.
Any other tips for creating this dream wedding during a pandemic? My goodness.
Sure. I mean, I think it's still, do what you were going to originally do. Just know that you're just going to have to adjust with, guest counts. Maybe your venue might have to change. The number of, flower arrangements may be decreased. But still in the planning process, plan for that smaller guest count, that smaller wedding, following those state and local guidelines. And hopefully, next year sometime, those restrictions will start lightening up, and maybe you'll get to add some of those other things that you wanted, originally in that big, beautiful wedding you were planning.
Livenitup.com is where you can get more information.
Boy, I hope Brandon Pope was taking notes during that, because I know he's about to find love here in the middle of this pandemic. And
hope so.
With the ball wrap or hinge or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it works, John.
I got to transition to bring you in somehow, Brandon. Come on.
Don't make it awkward.
Try again next time, John. Try again next time. All right. Hey, guys, coming up in News You Need to Know, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, she got her city budget passed. We're going to break it all down and what it means for you when the Jam comes back. Brandon Pope here with the news you need to know to end your day. Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, pleads guilty to federal criminal charges related to their role in creating the opioid crisis. The White House has signed off on giving President-elect Joe Biden access to key intelligence briefings, further signaling President Trump is allowing the transition to move forward. And some Catholic schools in the Chicago area will shift to remote learning after Thanksgiving, after a surge in COVID-19 cases. The Archdiocese says it is a temporary move. The city council has passed Mayor Lori Lightfoot's contentious budget. Lightfoot says the $12.8 billion plan closes a $1.2 billion hole that was caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. It includes property and gas tax hikes, about $56 a year tacked onto your property tax, and 8 more cents per gallon for your gas. Also lowers the threshold for speeding tickets to as little as 6 miles over the limit. It used to be you could only be ticketed for going 10 miles over the speed limit. And then 350 layoffs were originally announced. They've been avoided. But not all aldermen are actually happy with this plan. It needed 26 aldermen to pass it forward. 28 actually went forward with it. But Brendan Riley, he's a downtown alderman. He actually live tweeted his displeasure during the event. He said the city council meeting is truly an exercise in patience. Never heard this much leftist rhetoric all at once in my almost 14 years on the council, resisting taking the bait with every bone in my body. It was actually 3 progressive aldermen who helped advance Mayor Lori Lightfoot's budget. This other tweet, he went on to kind of rant a little bit. One of my colleagues just said he's disappointed we aren't raising taxes higher on Chicagoans during a pandemic and massive economic recession. No words. He had some fun gifts to go along with those too. But it is a little weird to see an alderman live tweeting during a thing where he probably should be focusing in on what people were talking about.
Yeah, but let's keep in mind that by the time they get to these meetings and they're getting the voting point, they've heard it all. They already know what they're going in to do. They're just with a formality. So he's just like, whatever, fine, because I already know what's going on. I still am a little bit like taken aback by the property tax increase and how many people are upset by it. Listen, I'm upset by any tax increase, so let me put that out there. But Cook County has such a lower property taxes than the rest of the region of Chicago that this kind of is where it needs to come from. I get families are hard hit in the pandemic. I hope the city does something to make up for that. But it is a relatively small amount that will bring the city back up a little bit better where they should be.
Yeah, I was jumping in and out of this budget hearing. I honestly cannot believe the naivety of so many of our aldermen out there. I don't know if they're just trying to placate their base. Wouldn't be the first time a politician did that. But like the things you want to have happen without tax increases when you're staring at a $1.2 billion budget shortfall is ridiculous. And the inability for them to roll up their sleeves and actually like take honest hits here or there and come to grips with the realities like I think the mayor has is insane. Luckily, I think the mayor has kind of threaded the needle. And this is the closest we've ever had a budget vote since the 1980s. And maybe if everyone's all peeved off, a lot of people are, it probably means it's the right call.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of your sentiments. Nobody wants to do it, but certainly you have to do it. I would like to think that we have some of course, the best city planners, economists, and people, working out this budget. I just would, at some point, well, 2 things. A, I would like to see them involve the private sector a little bit more to see what are they doing that where city government can be run a little bit more aligned with some of their objectives, I guess I want to say, but at least some of their business savvy. But secondly, I want to know I guess I'll get to the point. I want to know where the casino is. So we have to come up with other ways to make this money. It can't just be taxes every single time.
But you go there and people say, not in my backyard. I mean, there's going to be a fight from every side, no matter what plan you come up with.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay, well, don't forget, we've teamed up with CD1 Price Cleaners to get gently used coats to kids in need this season. Please drop off any gently used winter coats to any CD1 Price Cleaners from now until November 30th.
And Justin Bieber nominated for a Grammy, which he says he's happy about, but he's really bummed about which category. We're going to explain why in some trending hot takes after the break. All right, when Chris is away, Trending Now becomes Trending Now Hot Takes. Oh, yeah. Feeling icy, everybody. Yeah, it's about to get hot in here. Let's talk Grammy nominations. Beyonce gets 9 of them. The Weeknd completely shut out of them. And Justin Bieber, upset that he's in pop. He feels like he's been slighted. He has said he's been really working for an R&B type sound. He wishes he was in R&B. Time for Hot Takes, Brandon.
Yeah, my hot take. The Grammys are a complete joke. You have a best R&B album award list with no women on it at all. Toni Braxton, Kehlani. Come on.
Hot take.
Beyonce, 9 nominations. You could have just stopped right there, John. We didn't even need the other information.
Cold take.
Congrats to the nominees. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Oh, wow. I'm going with Brandon. He came out firing for that one. What do you think about Bieber and R&B versus pop, Brandon? Follow-up take.
It should be an R&B album for sure. He's made 2 straight R&B albums. It's time to make him an R&B artist.
All right.
Thanks,
Topic
Lee.
number 2. Oh, go ahead.
No, move on. Keep going.
Okay, I was on a roll. All right, so President Trump has quote tweeted Randy Quaid, the actor who, by the way, played Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation. He has retweeted some election conspiracy theories more than he's tweeted about the coronavirus since Election Day. Is he just watching Christmas Vacation on repeat? Why is he quote tweeting conspiracy theories? Felicia, hot take.
Where in the hell are the stimulus checks? People gotta eat. They need their check. Get the checks. No more tweeting. Write the check.
Sizzling.
Cousin Eddie is brilliant. Look at what he managed to suck out of his family. Yeah, of course he's following him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a funny take. Brandon.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the Christmas Vacation reference, but I do think that Donald Trump hates Christmas, and he would make a good Santa Claus.
That's a weird take. I'm going with Amy. Amy wins that. Hot take. All right, here comes topic number 3. The Bears, of course, they've been much maligned for drafting Mitch Trubisky ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Mitch Trubisky is riding the bench. Patrick Mahomes riding a Super Bowl win. But Mahomes says that his favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving is turkey. Okay, covered in ketchup. Looks like the Bears might have dodged one. Hot take, Amy.
Yeah, turkey's dry and it sucks. I'm with him.
Oh! Brandon?
I would say barbecue sauce would be a better condiment. I'm interested in the ketchup if he's actually going to mix it into something, because tomato and turkey does go together.
Felicia.
It comes a time in every grown man's life when he has to stop dipping things in ketchup. Just stop it. You're 2 seconds away from a chicken nugget. You're a grown man.
Turkey nugget. Yeah.
Guess what? We're ending hot takes 1-1-1. Felicia takes the final hot take. And that's trending hot takes.
I love John Hanson's hot takes. And you know what else I love? A little Mr. DJ Mustafa Rocks. We're going to catch up with our favorite DJ coming up after the break.
It's time for clickbait. Okay, guys, it's all over the internet these days. Clickbait is everywhere. So here's the headline that got me really excited, okay? Nicki Minaj shares first photo of her baby boy. Excitement, right?
Yeah.
He was born on October 15th. Nicki's fans have been waiting to get a photo. We have not seen one picture of this baby boy. We don't even have a name yet. So to be able to see what this baby boy looks like, because Nicki's pretty herself, is really cool. So here's the photo. Okay. This is the cutest foot I've seen in a very, very long time. But it's not what we were expecting. This is complete, total clickbait.
Total clickbait. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, well, wait, is that, that looks like kind of more of a masculine hand too, because I'm like, is that a really small baby? Is he okay? Like, that actually makes me kind of concerned.
I kind of like that we're going to piece this together slowly but surely. It's like a game of hangman, but in reverse. We'll get the feet, we'll get the hands, we'll get the body. One day we'll get the head. It'll be cool.
It's a mystery we all got to solve. Yeah, it's clickbait for sure. There's no doubt about that.
That is definitely some clickbait. And she knows it too. Boy, oh boy, that article. Oh, they got you to click.
Yeah, just
I'll take $1,000 for his foot. I'll take $1,000 for an arm. I want $15,000 for the head, and then you guys can see all of it together.
Here's a real question,
baby girl.
Alicia. Why do you
That's the
care what
hustle.
Nicki Minaj's baby looked like?
Oh, baby pictures
Why
are
do we
cute.
care?
I
Oh, it's
don't.
so cute.
A lot of time. Okay, we missed this man in the morning. The only one that made 5:30 a.m. A-OK. DJ Mustafa Rocks, we miss your energy. We miss you. How you doing, my friend?
I miss you guys too. I miss coming in the morning and talking to all you guys and joking behind the scenes. I really miss that. I really miss that.
It's funny when
DJ
the things that
Mustafa
we miss.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Get Felicia to dancing on the floor.
I know. I miss shaking it to my DJ Mustafa Rock tunes.
I know.
However, you're telling us that we can still do that, right?
You can follow me on twitch.tv/DJ Mustafa Rocks. And you can download the app, or you can go to my Instagram and just click the link and go to it. But if you download the app, it'll notify you when I go live.
That's so cool.
And what are you doing there?
Yeah, this allows you to keep playing music without getting interrupted, right?
Exactly. Because Instagram and Facebook interrupts your live stream because of copyright infringement. So what I love about DJing, especially with you guys, is DJing in front of people and getting their reactions to the music that I play. And so it's like I'm just at home and it's almost like a party in your text messages. So you're just reading text and DJing. And that's the one thing that I really do miss, like DJing in front of a big crowd and hearing them screaming when you play certain songs and when you start scratching and, and getting people excited, I miss that so much. I might have to move to Australia.
Don't leave us yet. Don't leave us just yet.
I'm going to give it to after the new year, and then I might have to make some moves.
So are you DJing at all hours of the day now? It's kind of like what you did before, I guess, because you DJ all night, then come in and do the show in the morning.
Exactly. Well, when you DJ live, you have to have some type of platform and structure. So I usually do an after work set from 5 to 7, and I call my show the musical takeout. Basically, take out music. Basically.
Oh, nice.
And I do it from 5 to 7 on Twitch, and I post it. Hey, I'm going live at 5 to 7, and people that follow me, as soon as I go live, they get an alert. Mustafa's live, and then they'll start chiming in.
Yeah. Is there any new music that should be on our radar? I know people are slowly starting to produce more and more content.
Yeah, music is coming out so fast, it's almost hard to keep up with it. But I'm sure Felicia knows that Megan Thee Stallion got a new song.
She sent it to me.
Body, yada, yada,
Body. Yes, it's called Body, and everybody's going crazy over this song. Yes. Felicia was practicing all the dance moves, trying to get it together.
Well, DJ Mustafa Rocks, it's been such a great addition to have you, at least for this show today, filling us with some joy, some energy.
I miss you guys so much, and congratulations for your award and many more.
Well,
nobody's out there scraping the windows off for anybody.
Let's get DJ Mustafa's information on up there. Of course, you can find him on Twitch, and he does the show 5 to 7 on the weeknights, and all the information, all the follows there on your screen.
All I really need is a little bit, not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit.
I love it. You know what time it is. Time for B Pope's Lil Update. Okay, obviously, there's so many rappers out there with Lil in their name. It's my understanding that some of the older people who work for this show don't always understand or get a little confused. So I'm going to break it down for y'all, okay? The latest on the Lil front. A big day for the Lils, okay? Lil Baby. Afia, that's Lil Baby, not the baby. Lil Baby got 2 nods for his protest track, The Bigger Picture. Congratulations to him. Chicago's very own Lil Durk. Y'all ever heard of Lil Durk? He is a Chicago legend, low-key. He got his first ever nominations for his collab with Drake, a song called Laugh Now, Cry Later. I'm sure you guys have heard it as you're running down Michigan Avenue. Lil Durk's the guy that's on that track as well. And, of course, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne got a Grammy nomination too, but not for what you think. Lil Wayne got a Grammy nomination for his art director working on the packaging for his funeral album. So probably not the type of Grammy win that Lil Wayne wants, but hey, any Grammy nod's a good one. So big day for the Lils.
Big. I got 3 Lils. I got little Henry, I got little Quentin, I got little Miles. Does that count?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Make them rap.
I'm sure there's a rapper that has those names. I'm sure it exists somewhere out there.
I didn't know Lil Durk was from Chicago. I learned something.
Don't say that out loud, Felicia. Wow, that's Durk is Chicago all the way. He got Chicago on his back. He did the video in a Bulls jersey. That's our guy, and he's worked really hard for what he's got. So it's good to see him shining, and all the other Chicago artists.
Brandon, do you know why Lil is such a popular rapper name? Like, isn't Lil like little? Like, I mean,
you guys.
I mean, this is. I love how it's the two white people asking these questions, by the way.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say, you should just stop. You should stop with these questions now.
Let me be the black culture whisperer for you. Lil usually refers to like a cousin or a friend. It's an affectionate type of thing. So people just go overboard and put it in front of their name because it sounds cool. What would your rap name be, John? Lil Corkscrew?
Oh.
Hello, Lil John.
No, not Lil John. That's already taken. I'd be Big Hustle.
Oh, I was gonna say I'd be Big Red. Is that a white thing?
Yeah.
Big Red is cute. That's cute.
Big Red. Well, I love it.
Brandon, I have loved this first and last ever Brandon Pope, Lil Up.
Really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit.
Okay, guys, let's find a way to look forward to the months ahead. How about flipping through a year full of Chippendales? Ryan Worley is from the Las Vegas Chippendales and joins us now to talk about their new calendar and home virtual parties. How are you guys getting it done?
Yeah, so we have been doing a lot since this lockdown quarantine. You know, we implemented kind of launched this Chippendales at home party, which 2 of the Chippendales will be spending like a little half hour with you, and we do like a little party. We do a little lap dance, virtual lap dance. We play games. It's a really fun time. So that's something that we started since the quarantine, and then. Yeah, we're launching 2 new calendars too this year. So one is with the current cast, and then the other one is a Chippendale All-Star calendar too. So pretty exciting. We had our fans voting who they wanted to see in this calendar, and we had over 265,000 votes.
Wow.
Spread out, which is crazy. Yeah. And it was only open for a week, so we had many votes just in 1 week. So
Ryan, how often are you wearing what we're seeing right now? Give and take in a day.
Honestly, too often. Not as often now, but still almost daily. Yeah.
Yeah, we love the outfit. You look amazing in the outfit.
Thank you.
So don't ever change.
Yeah.
I want to know, especially with the holidays coming up, how much pressure, I imagine a lot, to keep your body in shape and on point. You know, everyone's talking about their COVID-15 or COVID-5. That can throw you out of the game.
They can, yeah. Fitness is my passion, so it's not even that hard for me because I love doing it. It doesn't feel like work. Some of the other guys though, they definitely, they kind of struggle a little bit with it more, but yeah, it's part of the job. You gotta look the part. This is like in another job, you would have to get your sales up.
Yeah.
Whereas with my job, this is my sales.
Right.
So I got to keep this up. So that's kind of how I look at it.
I'm sold.
So yeah, there you go.
Me too. I want to know what month you are in the calendar.
Depending on which calendar. So there's 2 that's coming out.
The All-Stars calendar.
The All-Star, I believe. I'm actually not sure. I think the other one I'm July.
Okay.
Well, that's 31 days. That's a good one. That's a good one. You want to be in a longer month. Yeah.
Exactly.
So the virtual parties, you kind of obviously do what, you do some dancing, you do some moves. I imagine it's fun though, right? It's interactive.
It is. Yeah. We meet people from all over the world too. And a lot of the people have actually never seen the show before, which is weird to me. I would have thought that it would be a bunch of, people that just kind of miss Chippendales, but it's honestly a ton of people that have never seen the show. Maybe they plan to go, for a birthday or a bachelorette party. And it's a pretty cool experience getting to meet everybody and seeing them in their own home and their own element. And they're kind of they let loose and they're probably already drunk and it's awesome. So.
Or no Zion.
Yeah. Even better because you're just already at home. That's perfect.
Exactly. Yep. It's safe. It's very safe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't even know who came up with it, one of our management or whatever. But I gotta take my collar off or my hat off to them because
you don't have much to take off anymore at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go make sure to get all the information out on the 2021 Chippendales calendar. You can visit chippendales.com, and then to book an at-home virtual Zoom party experience, head to chippendalesathome.com. But we would be remiss if we didn't ask you before you go to show off a little bit of your moves.
Ooh, I don't know if I can. You might need to book an at-home party for that. But maybe. There you go. There's some of that.
There's a little. It's appetizer.
I'll do the little.
Hey.
Brandon Cope with the news you need to know. A Chicago police officer was found dead inside his Southside home this morning. He was just 46 years old. A procession of dozens of squad cars escorted an ambulance carrying the body to the Cook County Medical Examiner's office this evening. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has proposed delaying the Cubs' $250,000 payment to the city until 2024. It comes after the Ricketts family says they lost $100 million with no fans in the stands. And federal prison officials say that when a vaccine is made available for COVID, staff are going to be prioritized over prisoners. The AP reports they've been told they're going to receive that vaccine within weeks. That's the latest with the news you need to know.
Yeah,
I know that sounds like a... Go ahead, Amy.
Oh, sorry, Jen. Your turn.
Oh, that's fine. I was just going to say, I think that makes sense, right? Like, that seems cruel, right? That, the staff's going to get it before prisoners. But in the general population, like, hospital workers are going to get it first before I'm going to get it. So I think that makes entire sense, although it does sound cruel.
Yeah, John, when you put it like that, that doesn't sound as bad. I don't know. I think that this is going to be real life, meaning it's going to happen for the entire U.S. population because not everybody can get it at one time. Point blank, period. So it's going to be people who prioritize other people. There's really no right way to do this. And obviously, we don't really have that much of a protocol because this is, not one of the first time happening, but first time in a really long time.
Yeah, you got to think about the people who help multiple other people versus the person who is one singular person. And the person who helps multiples obviously needs to be considered first. Simple as that.
Yeah, not saying that prisoners shouldn't eventually get it. Of course, they deserve the rights the general population has. I hope that didn't come across too mean.
No.
And as for the Cubs thing, I see a lot of people taking hot takes about the Ricketts not paying because they have all this money. We've all had been afforded the opportunity to not pay our taxes, property taxes this year in Cook County. I know that you think wealthy people should have to pay it right away, but the financial losses that the Ricketts family has taken are real, and I think it makes sense.
Agreed.
Okay.
It's going to be tough to feel bad for the Ricketts, though.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying. Look, it's just one less thing of caviar they're gonna have, I'm sure. But I get like it's not like it's like $2 billion. I know they're $1 billion family, but it's not like it's just sitting in a pot of gold like Scrooge McDuck in a special room that they can dive into every single night. Like there are a lot of moving pieces when it comes to it. Oh my
it
God!
depends on how. To your point, John, it depends on the business structure. Like, the Ricketts might be okay, but the business could have lost so much. And so that could still be an issue.
Right, exactly. Okay, cool. Hey,
but
guys.
we're not sympathizing.
No sympathizing. Hey, did you know that there are 77 neighborhoods in Chicago? Well, if you didn't, that's okay because it's about to change. Well, Amy knew because she knows everything. But the 78 is going to be a new neighborhood they're developing over the next few years on the city's south side, kind of south of Roosevelt. And this is part of the plans that came out today. This is a Cornerstone Research Technology Hub, which is really cool. And the new designers and engineers came up with this, and they're going to be working on this project. It's a $7 billion investment talking about the entire neighborhood. And when you take a look at the renderings, it looks really cool. That's the river passing underneath. Oh, I want to say that's 18th Street. I shouldn't say that without knowing for sure. I'm going to get dinged for that. But one of the South Side bridges, there's the park, obviously. So they want this to be a gathering place, a 62-acre site, which I think is really cool, although it's just so weird to me to create because, like, none of this is there right now. Like, neighborhoods take, like, time to grow, and they are developed over time. It's just weird to kind of, like, start something from scratch and build this.
Yeah, you were talking about...
Where is this?
It's
like
on the south side.
Yeah, go ahead, Amy.
Yes. So it's on the south side, not as far south as where you are, Felicia, too, but it's right along the river, and it's undeveloped land that has been there for years, and it's a beautiful parcel of land where the river kind of runs through it, and they have wanted to build it up to make it kind of like a river community, which would be huge for the city of Chicago, because can you imagine how many people want to live there? So it's probably like a mile off of Lake Michigan, go like further west of there.
Mm-hmm. It's right across from the Showplace Icon Theater, Felicia. Have you ever been there before?
Oh, okay. So it's like Roosevelt and Canal Street. Thanks, guys, but you didn't help.
Oh, by the way,
they talked about that for a while, possibly being a casino site. Not anymore.
They did.
Yeah, it was one of the ones that was considered. Yeah.
I can just picture our producers shaking their head being like, why didn't you all talk about this beforehand? We could have made you a darn map and put it on the screen.
Right. It's right here.
No. If you're a real Chicagoan, you know where Roosevelt and Canal, and I just wanted to bring it home for the folks at home. Now we're all on the same page. Continue.
This one's on us, producers. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go to break. Let's end this charade.
We're already thinking about turkey, that's why.
I know, yeah.
America's hunger crisis won't be taking a break for Thanksgiving, but it does have a new ally in comedian and actress Tiffany Haddish. She shared with me how her personal experiences brought her to the front lines.
I have definitely been hungry. I know what it's like to be hungry. And personally, I believe that it's very hard to have joy and happiness in your heart when your stomach is empty and begging for some food. You know what I'm saying? And especially not being able to put nutritious food in your stomach. I think that's really important, to be able to put nutrition, proper nutrition inside of your body to keep that machine operating at full capacity. I mean, for me, food really affects how my mood is. And if I eat a bunch of junk food, you will find me having a junky attitude. If I eat good, nutritious food, all of a sudden I'm like really pleasant and fun to be around, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So what projects are you working on right now, and what are you most excited for?
I have a lot of really cool things coming down the pipeline, but what I'm most excited, every year for Thanksgiving, because I know what it's like to not have a good Thanksgiving and not have food, I do a little thing with the Laugh Factory, and this year we're going to be doing it outdoors, and I'm really excited about being able to pass out nutritious meals outdoors. And hopefully it doesn't rain. Ooh. But I also got some movies coming up, TV shows, and yeah, I'm really excited about all the great things. But I'm most excited about being able to help my community and making sure everyone gets proper nutrition. So don't forget to take your VitaFusion gummy vitamins, okay?
Okay, Tiffany, we'll make sure we do just that. I think it's so important, the work you're doing, and I think a lot of other people will find it important as well. How can we find out more about what you're doing?
If you would like to get involved, or anybody like you that wants to get involved, you can go to whyhunger.org/VitaFusion, and they have a hotline. So if you're out there hungry and you need something to eat, and especially something nutritious to eat, you can call 1-800-5HUNGRY and find a local pantry near you with your zip code and get nutritious quality food.
Okay, Tiffany Haddish, actress and comedian, thank you so much for your time. If you want to get involved in what Tiffany is working on, head to whyhunger.org.
All right, just ahead, is John a jerk? Well, if you don't know the answer to that question like I do, well, we'll have it for you after the break.
But though, my shirt says Harvard, the University of Chicago of the East.
Love that.
That's awesome.
You're a jerk.
I know. You're a jerk. Oh, it's an age-old question. This is John a Jerk, and this is Christmas edition, where I give you a situation that's happened in me, my real life, and everyone tells me whether I'm a jerk or not. Okay, so Christmas tree time. I was at the Christmas lot. Nice fresh trees, whatever. We get a Christmas tree. Guy bails it up, loads it in the car. Really nice. I didn't tip him. Am I supposed to tip the guy who loads the Christmas tree in your car? I didn't tip him. Is John a jerk?
Oh boy. Okay, so first of all, for any of these John a Jerk segments, I'm going to say yes. But my answer, particularly about your question, is I don't know. How hard was it, and how secure did he make it? That's my
He did it
question.
really well. It was a 9-footer. He got it in there pretty deep to the point that my Mazda was able to close. He jammed that thing in there well.
So
Which
like
is everything to
restaurants,
say.
you gotta just tip. But if someone's just doing their regular job, then I feel like
If you jammed it in there that well and it fits, I will say that I do think, especially
You're not supposed to
during
pay for that,
COVID,
though, Amy.
Some people do. I hear on North Avenue. You know, depends on where you're doing. But I do think because of the time we're in, I would have said, yeah, I would have tipped him, I think, because everybody needs a lecture right now. And if you got it, and you're buying a tree, you're a jerk.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Is John a jerk? The answer is always yes. With this, he's a classist jerk who doesn't care about the working class, doesn't care about the little man. He sits on his ivory tower and just looks at him.
Brandon can't get over that.
What a jerk.
John,
what a jerk.
you could go back and tip him, John.
I'm going to now. Right
You
now.
got Venmo.
Bye.
No, you're not.